Hello, everybody. My name is Sai, and today I'm actually going to do a vlog. Recently, as of actually 4 days ago, I had gotten myself diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, depression, and anxiety. But honestly, I've been trying to do that for quite a while now. Honestly, having it happen now, having gone through that, I mean, the wait was long. I waited 7 months, and that's not even counting the first time I tried to see a psychologist. The first time I saw a psychologist, I waited several months. I can't remember how long. I couldn't do it because my insurance at the time wouldn't take it. The job that I currently have now, I get insurance through them, and that covered majority of the cost. So the first time I ended up doing it, waited several months, found out I couldn't do it, and then after a while had gotten a new therapist and a job that actually gave me an insurance. I was able to set up another appointment. I waited 7 months before I could actually start talking to the psychologist. But once I had that first appointment, then waited another month to do the testing. What the testing itself involved was puzzles and memory games. There was coordination stuff as well. They wanted to see how well I could check or know facial expressions, body languages, and tones. The social aspect of it, the facial expressions, body language, and tones, none of that was timed. Most of the testing was not timed, but I know I sat there for a while and trying to figure out what some of the tones was being used and some of the facial expressions as well. I guess I did better on that portion than I thought I would, since I struggle with social situations. I've struggled with social situations for a while, but I think unlike that test, it's not like I had to figure everything out right then and there, as opposed to actual communication where it's on the spot. Based off of what the psychologist noticed, and on my assessment and just everything, she decided to diagnose me with autism as well as ADHD, and it's specifically she said it was combined ADHD, so inattentive and hyperactivity. So yeah, I mean that was a really mentally strenuous day to get tested. Like when I left the not therapist, but the psychologist's office, I left with my legs just sore, even though I didn't do anything physical other than using my arms to write and manipulate blocks and whatever. But I'm glad that I eventually had gotten it done, and it really feels like a huge weight off my shoulders. A lot of the coworkers that I regularly talk to, I already updated them on all of that. But yeah, when I had my first appointment with the psychologist, yeah, that took 7 months. So then when I finally got that, then did the other testing, that was like another month, and then I had to wait another month just for the diagnoses. And I only took like a partial day at work, and I was already drained and burnt out. I regularly work 8 hours a day, and it's retail, so I mean that's stressful and draining enough as is. I mean, I regularly work 8-hour days, 5 days a week. I almost passed out in the waiting room because I was just so tired. I was still there early because of this old lady, but I didn't get called in until, what was it, 15 minutes after my appointment was supposed to be. But I mean, I was already in the waiting room, so it's not like it affect me any. It just sucks that you have to be early, but you know it's no big deal when they're late. I mean, I understand why they can be late. You never know how long it'll take for them to be done with a patient. You never know. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty early to my appointment. Um, the appointment itself lasted only like what 35 minutes. Leaving that appointment, I do feel a lot better about myself as a person. I've known something was different about me for a very long time, at least since like the year 2000, maybe 2001. I guess roughly around the time when that I guess that weird autopilot thing that a lot of young kids kind of have. But basically once you realize you're alive and you exist, and then you become kind of self-aware, if that makes sense. But ever since that ended up happening, I was pretty curious about as to why I think the way I think and stuff like that. I mean, it really is a huge weight off of my shoulders to have that information. I mean, I haven't really had anybody as of yet that I've told about, say, try doing the whole, like, I guess trying to feel sorry for me. I guess I've yet to experience that. I'm not saying I won't experience that, but I know it eventually will happen, but I just have yet to experience that. Now that I have these diagnoses, it's, I wouldn't say it's all uphill from here. And anything that's ever happened in in my past that is related to being an undiagnosed neurodivergent, it's at this point it's just in the past. I don't see being a neurodivergent as it is a disability, but it's not a so you don't know how to word this, but it's not a bad thing. Just to put it simply, it's not a bad thing. Yes, it is a disability, but it is not a bad thing. I mean, I'm already physically disabled. I don't see this as a my life is over because of all of these diagnoses. No, it's now I have answers. Now things can really start, and it's not the end, it's a beginning. I am not looking back on it getting that diagnosis. It has given me a lot of answers. It more so validated the answers that I already had. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the vlog at this point.